Hi, I'm Lori, and welcome to the Way of Positive Change. We're all about the positive here. However, today we're going to read on Jared Kushner and his wife, Ivanka Trump. Kushner. All right, so we have found out more connections from Kushner, Witkoff, Putin, Kushner, Besant, and the previous prime minister of the little country that has the blue and white flag that now has Bibi. So he has his hand in many pots of honey. So will he get stung by some bees? Is he up over his skis? And that data collection deal that he's doing with Thiel and Besant and several others, he's got a lot of 8% in this, 10% in this. His brother-in-law, Don Jr., has a lot of that too. But let's see here. Jared Kushner. And then he wants the Albanian island, which is not going his way. But it looked like he was going to push that through. I'm not reading on that today. I'm just reading on if he's going to be investigated, pulled in for investigation, questioning. I got that same 10 of Wands for his brother-in-law, Don Jr. Okay. To me, that means that they've all just pushed it to the limit, just continuously pushed to the limit. Okay, let's see what we got for Jared Kushner. All right. He has very idealistic wishes and dreams, and sometimes acts in a little bit of an immature way. And he is having dealings with one of his, either a sibling or sibling-in-law. There's a fracture there somehow. Now that could be the upset I saw in his reading, in the Don Jr. reading, because he's having a real big split with somebody. Okay, this is all about the association. So this is someone makes him an offer they think he can't refuse, and yet he refuses it. And he's bored with life. He just wants the next thing, or the next thing to dress up in. I'm just kidding. But no. Okay. So deals, grifting deals, hides behind philanthropic shields of deals. Yeah, this upset has to do with someone in his family, or family-in-law particularly. Okay, now we know that his dad went to jail, and I believe it was Chris Christie that prosecuted his deal and got him behind bars. And it looks like Jared is headed that way as well. There is a meeting that he is going to go to. First, perhaps they'll just offer him, hey, come in and talk to us about this. We don't like this. And he thinks he can handle it and keeps climbing the hill. He's still grifting. A lot of speculation. I do believe that he's being watched and surveilled. I suppose that's what this page and the Eight of Swords. Okay. And particularly with his dealings with Witkoff and Putin, possibly even with something that may have to do with Iran overall. So that's where he starts to get into trouble, okay, about the, gifting of arms or deals made with Putin or this, but that's where it happens. That's where it starts. And then it just starts to snowball from there. And when we have 5 different ones here, it means it comes from different avenues, different veins. This leads to this, this leads to this. Okay. Now, I did a video yesterday, so he's in trouble. I did a video yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I can't remember. No, the last live video I did was on Jack Smith and Officer Watson, that Major Watson that got arrested for protesting Trump. And I went into depth about that and Our Guardian Angels and some other really great readings. So please watch that video. I think the one question about, is there indeed really big change coming? And we got the Tower and the Death card. So I just really want you to tune into that. I'm going to go back and timestamp that particular part. Okay, now we're going to ask about Jared's wife, Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump, who also just discovered that island in Albania, and we just fell in love with it. And I said, Jared, I just have to have it. I mean, that interview, oh man, I could barely contain my stomach. Okay. All right. Ivanka Trump Kushner, her future. Whatever happened to those patents she got for voting machines and China? And she had some casket thing. I don't even know. I know she did a shoe thing. The future, Ivanka Trump. And if there's someone in particular you'd like for me to read on, please drop a comment. Let me know who that person is. I have a list. Ivanka Trump, her future. She get into trouble? She steer clear of trouble? How does she do overall? I mean, they're on an island in one of the most wealthiest islands in Florida. What's the problem? Okay, so now when we ask about a specific person and we get another queen or tarot royale, it means that there's involvement with another person. Now, to me, I think she still has thoughts about what happened with her mother. I do not think that she has made amends with everything surrounding that ordeal. She may even have had dreams about her mother. Yeah, she is not having it. Okay. So, wow, that's the same card that her husband got. So she might not be real pleased with him either. She's very idealistic. She loves romance. She likes the arts. Okay, there's the same. Okay, so she's having a bunch of struggles. She's really struggling. She's cried. She struggled. I know, small violin. She's really just, things are just not turning out the way she wanted. I feel like she wanted that island, but people are not happy with her. She's tied to her father. She's tied to Jared. She feels stuck. And she feels like she has to. She has a sense of responsibility, a false sense of responsibility and guilt for her associations with some of these nefarious beings. And that has caused her to have to sacrifice some things. I know, larger violin, where the music gets louder. To sacrifice, she's stuck, she doesn't like it, she's going to leave. So watch for her to take off and maybe go to France, go to Greece, or no, I doubt she'd go there. She might go to Croatia. Maybe she'll go to Milan. It's too hot over there, I think, probably. They're having a heat wave, much like we are. Okay, so, but she's going to leave. She's going to go somewhere. She's like, I don't like this. I don't like what's going on. I don't like what's coming up. I'm out. So she walks away. That's also the eclipse, and we go into the eclipse times again in August. She wants to be by herself. She wants to be by herself. The same card I got for the outcome for Eric when you watch that video. Okay. And she's going to talk to, believe it or not, I think that she actually liked, this is just what came to me, Kimberly Guilfoyle. And I think that she's going to talk to her about doing some investments. I'm just saying that that's happening. She probably doesn't like this Bettina lady who's a socialite, apparently, whose father was the bank advisor and investor person that managed Epstein's money. I'm not kidding. It just keeps going. Okay, so anyway, she's going to be spending time with two other women. I'm surprised I didn't get the 3 of Cups, but she's out. She just wants to do things on her own. She doesn't want any part of this. I don't think she's in trouble. I think that she is just, and she may take one of her daughter. I think she has a daughter. I believe she has a daughter with her, but she's out. She just wants to do some stuff on her own. So that's her reading. Okay. All right. Thank you. I'll see you soon.